Alright guys, so December was definitely the month that Nike decided to pull all the stops and just literally release every good shoe of the year. That's obviously a bit of an exaggeration, but if the reverse Grinches weren't enough, one of the most coveted basketball shoes I can ever remember, the Jordan 11 Gratitudes, which are basically the Concords, which are an incredibly coveted shoe. We got these right here. Now, if you haven't watched those two videos, I highly recommend you do, because the last couple of weeks have completely revitalized my hype and enthusiasm for shoes as a whole, because it was really dry for a long time, and this shoe is absolutely the icing on the cake. Today in hand, we got the Powerpuff Girls Nike SB Dunk Low in the Blossom colorway, which are obviously the pink ones. We have a lot to talk about with this shoe. I'm going to go over the release real quick. These released on Friday, December 15th, and that day was absolutely monumental for the Nike sneakers app. The reverse Grinches, the Kobe 6s, had their official drop. And then at 3, 4, and 5, we got all three colorways of the Nike SB Dunk Low Powerpuff Girls. So the first one that dropped was the Buttercup, which was the green pair, and that one was probably the easiest to get. Definitely had the most stock. Then we had the Bubbles, which is the blue and yellow pair. And then we had the Blossom pink pair, which was the hardest one to get, but somehow the only one that I got, which there's actually a very good reason for that, which I'll talk about in a second. I'm going to get into everything in a second, so stay tuned. Grab your popcorn, because this is going to be a long video. So, for those of you guys who don't know, the Powerpuff Girls are a Cartoon Network show in which the main character mixes together a bunch of chemicals and creates, out of thin air, 3 Powerpuff Girls. The first one is Buttercup, which is a green Powerpuff Girl known for her sourness and bitterness towards others. Then we have Bubbles, who is the blue and yellow, or the blue-dressed, blonde-haired Powerpuff Girl, which is known to be the sweetest one. And then you got Blossom, which are what these ones right here represent, which is a pink Powerpuff Girl with ginger orange hair, and she's known to be the ringleader of the pack. So I got the ringleader right here in the flesh. The Powerpuff Girls can also be referred to as Sugar, Spice, and Everything Nice. For those of you guys who haven't heard the meme, that's definitely a big meme that's been going on for years about Sugar, Spice, and Everything Nice. As you can see right here, this is the logo for Sugar, Spice, Everything Nice, and the Everything Nice part is the Blossom. So Sugar is the Bubbles pair, Spice is the Buttercup, and Blossom is the Everything Nice. Now, that was quite the mouthful, but we're going to calm it down now. Let's jump into the box. From the outside of the box, you can't really tell that these are a special Nike SB. It's just a regular Nike SB box with the dew green finish that we're used to. I'm going to show you the size tag on this one, because these are straight from the sneakers app. So if you are getting a pair from StockX or GOAT, you can certainly use this as a legit checking tool. As we open up the lid of the box, there is actually some really cool details. So right here, we got a Powerpuff Girl branding right here by my finger, and it does say Cartoon Network. And then we got imagery of all 3 Powerpuff Girls on this wrapping paper. So this one is Bubbles. Right here we got Buttercup, and the pink Blossom one is somewhere within the paper as well. But overall, the paper on this shoe is like really high quality. Like, it even feels nice to the touch. It does say the Powerpuff Girls right there as well. And yeah, that is a super cool touch. You gotta be really careful with this box though, not to mess it up. Now, jumping into the shoe itself, on the lateral side, like I said, these are the Blossoms. You got an all pink upper with an orange swoosh. But honestly, I'm gonna have to talk about all three shoes because these are a real pack. Like, you can't really talk about one without talking about the others. So the Buttercup pair is green and black and features a lenticular upper. For those of you guys who don't know what lenticular is, it's like that stuff where you it's like a biometric pattern almost. I don't know how else I would describe it. The blue pair, the bubbles pair, the blue and yellow one, does have a bubbles upper. So it's like, kind of like a, what's the word? It's almost like a canvas where you can scrape it and it sounds kind of like ripstop nylon almost. And then this pink pair is kind of like a satin leather, if that makes any sense. Or like, almost like a smooth leather that's very thick cut. That's how I would describe it. This is the only one that I felt in hand, by the way. So on the upper, you got basically just all pink and then orange. So the orange represents the hair of the Blossom Powerpuff Girl. And I think the orange matches really, really well with the pink. I think this is the best color of all. I'm biased because I hate them, but I also think the combination of colors just works together much better than the others. If I were to rank them, I would rank these first, then the bubbles, and then the green pair last. I don't like the green pair. So on the tongue, we got Nike SB Blossom in like white with stars around it. It looks blue on the camera, which is weird because it's white. But obviously this depends on which Powerpuff Girl you have. Depends on what it says. On the back here, on the back of the tongue, it just says Powerpuff X Nike SB. And these are a real SB. Like, the tongue is very, very thick. You got that super padded inner lining as well. So definitely a real, true SB. You got a heart on the pre-installed orange laces. These also come with a pair of black laces on this right shoe. But I don't know why you would ever want to wear these with black laces. That would be pretty silly in my opinion. On the back, we got possibly the coolest detail of all. So we got the eye for the Blossom Powerpuff Girl. But then we also got this smiley face, which represents the overall mood of the Blossom Powerpuff Girl. So the other ones have different things on the back. Like the green one, I think, has a frown. And I forget what the blue one has. But they all have different faces based on the mood of the individual Powerpuff Girl. On the right pair, we don't get that. We just get the eye and that's it. So only one pair gets the face. So the left shoe, I guess, is the lucky one in this case. On the back of the right tongue, we got that Sugar Spice and Everything Nice logo, like I already showed before. But other than that and the insoles, it's the exact same shoe. But the insoles are very cool. I'm going to put a better picture on screen. It's going to be hard to see on here. But this left one is a lot cooler. It's like a very bright kind of, I don't even know how to explain it, but here it is. Right there is the insole. It's very cartoony and super childish. So if you're not into like cartoonish details, you're not gonna like this shoe. But if you like stuff that's super bright and vivid, you'll like them a lot. That's all I can really say. As far as material quality goes, this is actually a very hard leather. Like, the leather itself is not soft at all, which is interesting. It does feel high quality. It feels like buttery when you touch it. And same goes for the orange. The orange is more like a regular leather, I would say. But it does feel high quality, but it doesn't feel soft at all. It's very hard. Quality control wise, you might think that there's a quality control defect because there looks to be glue all over the upper if you look very closely. But that's just part of the material. Like, you got like these white texturized specs, kind of like, I don't know how else to explain it, but it almost looks like a glazed donut, where like there's actual glaze on the shoe. The inner lining is a slightly lighter pink as well. The outsole is black, or the midsole is black rather, which could have ended really badly, but for some reason it works super well on the shoe. Don't ask me why. Like, this is a shoe where you would look at it and be like, I can't believe this shoe actually looks decent, but it's just a sick shoe for some reason. I don't really know why. It's just a good shoe. It looks so clean. And on the bottom we got an all clear and orange outsole, which could get wrecked really easily, unfortunately. I'm not gonna lie. But sizing wise, definitely go up a half size in SBs. That's pretty much what I'll say about all SBs. That's just my opinion, but you gotta go up a half size in all SBs. And then as far as fit goes, they probably fit pretty well because they do have the padded insole and everything like that. So those are the main things that I will say about the Nike SB Powerpuff Girls Blossom colorway. This video is probably getting very long already, but I can't really think of much else to say. Resale wise, these are going for $320 on Go. They are probably the second most expensive after the Bubbles pair. The Bubbles pair is everyone's favorite. I like those two, they're a nice shoe. But for my collection, I'd rather have the pinks because I already have a bunch of blue shoes. I'm looking at my closet. I have the University Blue Jordan 1s, the Kentucky Dunks, Sick High Blazers, and nothing pink. So these would be a great addition to the collection. I'm probably going to keep them just because, like, when's the next time I'm going to see a shoe like this? Probably never. So, yeah, that was word salad. These are definitely going to be my top 10 sneakers of 2023, which might just be the next video I upload. I can't think of any other shoes that I have coming in. So, yeah, I'm super hyped to have gotten this pair. Unfortunately, I didn't even go for the green and the blue pair because I was just being silly and lazy. I forgot that they were dropping. They were both a scratch, if you know what sneaker scratch is. Basically, it pops up, you click it, and you scratch the picture. If I went for them, I probably would have hit one or the other. Probably not both, because that's really rare to hit all three, but I probably would have hit one of them, and I'm pissed that I missed out. I also forgot to go for the Grinches, the reverse Grinches. So, L for me because I just didn't really go for anything besides these. These were a draw though, and they were the hardest one to get, and I hit them. I wonder if it's connected. No one really knows how the sneakers app works, but with that being said, I'm going to end it off here. Thanks for watching. Take care. More to come, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.